Just bring in our chief White House correspondent, Cecilia, Vega, our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. And Cecilia, let me begin with you. Shocking for the country, shocking for this White House.
Yeah, George, exactly. Now, look, the president just released a statement, so let me tell you what he is saying. He says, quote, "We do not know whether this draft is genuine or whether it reflects the final decision of the court." But he says he believes that a woman's right to choose is fundamental and that if the court does overturn Roe, that this will fall on elected officials to protect a woman's right to choose. He is looking ahead right now to those midterms in November, saying voters are going to have to elect pro-choice officials, and he wants Congress to codify Roe v. Wade into law. But that effort, as we know, is currently stalled on Capitol Hill. Look, it is tough to overstate just how seismic this news here is here in Washington. You've got conservatives who are opposed to abortion rights praising this decision while blasting the leak itself and calling for an investigation into how this document got out. You've got Democrats sounding the alarm, saying the breach doesn't even begin to compare with what's at stake. You've got Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer out with a scathing statement this morning. George, they are saying the Supreme Court is poised to inflict the greatest restriction of rights in the past 50 years, not just on women, but on all Americans.
Okay, Dan, take everybody behind the scenes here. These draft opinions are written all the time, likely after oral arguments, dated February 10th. This is the way the justices do their work.
Correct. They first have a meeting, a conference, where they decide sort of where do they basically stand. Then someone's assigned to write the opinion. In this case, it would be Justice Alito. That opinion is then distributed for discussion. Now, it is more than just oh, hey, this is something I was thinking about. This is Justice Alito's initial draft opinion based on that conference, based on these agreements and understandings about who's on which side. But there certainly have been cases where justices have changed their side, that alliances have shifted, but it is unusual. So expect to see the language change for certain from what we see here, but don't likely expect to see the numbers change, although it's possible.
Terry Moran, the missing man here, Chief Justice John Roberts. Of course, some would think that maybe he would be trying to work behind the scenes to alter that opinion to see if he could shift one of the five to a slightly different position.
That's right, and there may have been indications that he was trying to do that. That's one of the theories as to who might have leaked this. But Chief Justice Roberts has been an institutionalist. He doesn't want the court to take giant steps rewriting constitutional law and transforming life in America. He thinks that will damage the court's credibility. The conservatives say Roe is wrong and needs to go.
Dan, if this does hold, if there are 5 votes to overturn Roe v. Wade, it's going to accelerate a process in the country that we're already seeing every state going its own way.
Right. And remember, there are some states that still have laws on the books banning abortion, just waiting for Roe to be overturned. So you're going to see, 20 or so states, maybe a little more, which are banning abortion outright. You're going to see the purple states, which may restrict abortion more than it is today. And then you may see in some of the blue states actually making it more accessible for abortion. But you're going to see it state by state decide, none of these sort of legal battles over the number of weeks.
As to say, we don't know exactly when the final opinion is going to come out. We do know it's likely to have a big impact on the midterms.
George, the polling on this has been consistent. The majority of Americans believe that the Supreme Court should uphold Roe v. Wade. It's been that way for years, but abortion really has not been at the top of the list of concerns for voters in this country for a long time now. This was really shaping up to be a midterm about kitchen table issues on the economy and inflation, but we are now seeing Democrats using this already to really rally their base. This is just the start of what's going to be a really heated next 6 months to come.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.